So this is a quite extraordinary watercolour, isn't it? It's very watery. It's done with this, these blues and these green washes. Very, very wet watercolour on paper. And it's a bit like looking through water, and it's a bit difficult to tell what's reflection and what's not. And certainly we've got some strange figures gallivanting around in the woods.
Yeah.
And it's by Olive Hockin.
Yes.
1914. Yes. Who was she?
Yes, well, she was my grandmother, who trained at the Slade School of Art in central London, and she later exhibited at the Royal Academy. She had numerous paintings exhibited there.
Yeah, quite well-respected artist, I mean...
I believe so, yes, as I understand it, yes. I inherited this from my late father about 10 years ago, and really know very little about it, apart from this actual painting was exhibited at the Royal Academy in 1914.
So you never met your grandmother?
No, she died before I was born, unfortunately. But,
and did your father tell you anything about her?
He did mention various things, but apparently she was actually a suffragette.
She was indeed.
Oh, you know all about her then?
Well, yeah, in fact, I do know all about her because I tried to buy 2 of her pictures a few years ago.
Oh, right.
And I looked her up, you know.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I looked her up, and she's a most colourful character. She joined the suffragette movement around about the time this picture was painted.
Oh, right.
And Sylvia Pankhurst was a friend of hers and obviously her leader.
Yes.
And she gave the movement a bit of credibility in some ways. You know, somebody who'd exhibited in the RA and was a recognised artist joining the suffragette movement.
Yeah.
Did you know your grandmother did time?
I did know she was in the nick, yes, in prison, right. Yes, I'm afraid, yeah.
Several months?
Oh, really?
Do you know what she did?
I think... Well, I was never told about this because it was all kept quiet.
Oh, were they a bit embarrassed?
They were embarrassed, and it only came out after my father died, and I actually put her name into the search engine, and all the history sort of started to come out. But as I understand it, did she not firebomb a Prime Minister's house or something of that nature?
She tried to firebomb, the year before this was painted, Lloyd George's house. Yes, absolutely. But she was only suspected of that. They couldn't pin that one on her.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But what they did get her for was actually burning down Roehampton Golf Club.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
She left a newspaper at the scene of the crime, presumably to help, you know, light the flames. Right. And on the newspaper was her name and address.
Oh.
Yes. I don't think she was a natural criminal.
No, it doesn't sound like it, no.
She was quite a piece of work, a spirited woman, to say the least. When she wasn't actually burning down golf clubs, she was a Theosophist. It's a belief system in all sorts of spirits.
Wow.
And she believed very much in supernatural and occult things. She actually believed that you could go for a walk and see these figures and that they were there. Mm. At any rate, it's rather beautifully done. It really is like looking through water into and seeing things. I suppose they're dryads and spirits of the wood and stream. Right. I think it's rather beautiful.
Right, yes.
But you've got to see it as a thing of its time.
Yes.
My feeling is that if this came at an auction now, it would be sort of £4,000 to £6,000.
That's really good.
But she was a piece of work, wasn't she?
It sounds like it, yes, yes.
I just find it very interesting that she's an arsonist and an artist.
Yes,
it's an amazing combination.
No.